Let us talk about today's editorial. So, India is going to celebrate its 75th Independence Day very soon. On the event on that, India has selected its new 15th president of the country, and India is really proud to tell that this 15th president of India is a woman, second woman to hold the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and also the first tribal woman who has held this highest post in the country. So she has been with BJP for a while now, and she has been proving herself successfully as a governor of Jharkhand. So in 2000, two states has been announced in India, that is Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh, with the intention to give recognition to tribal people and people who are background financially weaker people has been recognized and given two states exclusively for giving them special opportunities. So being one among them and being the first person to obtain that position in the nation, she should be an inspiration for all the people who are from the disadvantaged sections of the society. And even the state's policy and nation's policy has to be improved to give justice for everybody equally, be it people from lower caste, higher caste, irrespective of what they belong to, where they come from. Justice has to be offered to everybody. So that would be the right path of Miss Draupadi Murmu taking position as the President of India. So next comes to it is becoming a huge relief is what the editorial section is telling, because of the bail being given to Mohammed Zubair. They have honored the liberty to have free speech in a democratic nation. So he's been a co-founder of fact-checking website Alternate News. So relating back to a 2018 tweet done by him, an FIR was filed in Delhi. It is stating that he's receiving foreign donations, and actually it is not a case of high importance. It is, they are stating it as a silly and very absurd case of insulting, as if he has insulted religious feelings based on his innocent tweets. So that is what has made him step into a problem. But however, they have clubbed all the cases, various cases like this. That is petty cases is what they are claiming, not something of serious issue. Like if your free speech is kindling a lot of violence in the nation, that means action has to be taken, right? But in his case, such scenario did not happen. That's why they are telling it as a silly case that has been drawn to him. And transferring of all the cases to the Delhi police for investigation has also happened. So he has been fighting for justice for quite a while now, and he has been denied his rights, and he has been barred from tweeting any more things in the upcoming years also. So once only when he reached Supreme Court, he has been gained bail. So it is a relief that at least Supreme Court is acting in favor of citizens in terms of expressing free speech in the democracy. So yes, once Supreme Court is making this practice, it is the fundamental duty of all the other courts under the Supreme Court to also follow such claims, and also judge if a free speech is leading to violence, or if it is just comically being said, or if it is not holding something of value. It has to be analyzed before any individual could be punished, is what they are telling. And next issues, we are going to talk about the Pegasus battle. So it's been a while since Pegasus battle has begun. So Pegasus is an Israeli based software that is used to hack individual phones. Earlier, a year back, the usage of Pegasus will be detected using WhatsApp application, and a complaint has been made on that, telling that the people became suspicious, thinking if their phone is hacked or not. So based on WhatsApp, they just make sure that their phone is not hacked. So the Pegasus spyware corrected this issue, and without even showing any trace of a phone being hacked or not, the Pegasus software has the ability to even implant evidences to phones. So the target of these software are people from India, like the opposition party, important leaders of the opposition party, and journalists, activists, social reformers. They are all actually the target of the Pegasus software. It is based on a group called NSO group. So around 10 cases were confirmed by the Amnesty International Security Lab using forensic analysis. That's when the nation started realizing that their nation is also on the threat. Even judges' phones are hacked, and a lot of changes are made in their official or personal document. We don't know anything can be done if a phone is taken under the Pegasus control. So India has been aware of the existence of the Pegasus since October 30, 2019 itself. So a lot of things happened, and on 2019, November 28, the former Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, has responded similarly to allegations over the uses of Pegasus, and a report by the New York Times of January 31 also said that contradicted that they did not accept that such thing has happened. And so in 2021, a court committee has come together to analyze the technical committee used to analyze the spyware, whether Indian citizens have been attacked using it, and they are yet to arrive at any findings. It's taking a very long time. So even in Dubai, Dubai's ruler, Mr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, he had used the spyware to hack the phone of his wife, Princess Haya, and her divorce lawyers' phone were also hacked, like Baroness Flona Shackleton and Nick Manners, amid an ongoing custody battle. So, yeah, across the world, this is because this has become a problem. So, in this case, it has come out as Pegasus has the ability to do that, to hack someone's phone. So, they are telling that your right is endangered. We were thinking that before 2021 we are completely free, but now after the invention of Pegasus and possible intrusion in your phones, we are claimed to be partially free in the democratic nation that we are living in. So the past year has showed us that there is a need for comprehensive surveillance reform. It's really urgent, and there should be strict action taken against unlawful surveillance, because otherwise, if we do not do that, a right to privacy is considered as a basic right in our constitution, and if we do not take such steps immediately, the right to privacy will soon become extinct, is what they are telling. So we'll see how Indian government is planning to handle this case. And talking about the crisis at Sri Lanka, so I think the crisis is in favor of India, is what we can tell. This time we have offered a help for around 5,000 crores to India, whereas the strategic partnership of Sri Lanka, being China, has only offered help for around $500,000. So Sri Lanka has come to know the important role that India is playing as a neighboring country. So once we start by helping them with food, fuel, and more stability towards the economy, we can bridge in and start an investigations, and we can give a lot of investment to Sri Lankan projects, various projects. That's what is going to be the plan of India. So inflation has also increased to around 50% with higher food and fuel prices, and many families at Sri Lanka are having only one meal a day. That much impact has caused because of the COVID pandemic and not handling finances properly in the country. Around 3/4 of the million people are becoming the new poor. Actually, till last year they were maybe on the average family. Now they are getting into the poor scale of the nation. So yeah, India has offered so much of help, and investment linkages with Sri Lanka will increase the current relationship with them. It is going to go to the betterment. So this is an opportunity for India to strengthen bilateral and regional partnership with the neighboring nation, and especially India is going to help them in future infrastructure projects. So Sri Lanka has been already working in close with United States, Japan, European Union, and International Monetary Fund too. They have openly asked for help to come out of this bad situation, is what is happening in Sri Lanka. So despite gaining a lot of benefits from the commercial loans, Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) projects in Sri Lanka is the reason for such scenario, is what they are telling. So China is actually facing a dilemma in bailing out Sri Lanka, it seems. China worries that restructuring Sri Lanka's debt or giving it monetary help would set a new, it will lead to new lending practices. So a lot of other distressed country might seek help from them, is what they are thinking, and they don't want to create this as a pattern. They are very cautious in that. So China, which is a G2 economy and wanting to challenge the US, does not want its reputation to be tarnished by bailing out. So he's very clever. His plan is to compete with the US, and he doesn't want to bring in his investment to Sri Lanka, because again he's going to come down in comparison to US. That is why he's thinking before he could help Sri Lanka. So it is very crucial period for Sri Lanka after getting help from so many nations. It is important to invest those money in the right reforms, so that the money offer returns and they needn't again go back to neighboring countries asking for money, because we can't keep helping. Already after a pandemic, all the nations are badly hit. So this cannot be a habitual action for Sri Lanka. So structural reforms has to be implemented is what they are telling. It has to reset foreign policy towards a more neutral direction and away from the pro-China. What the Rajapakshas had a strong relationship with China, and that hasn't done any good for the country. So it's time for them to think of other options. Is what they're telling. With political will and the right set of policies, Sri Lanka stands a supporting chance of achieving some economic normalcy within the next 3 years. Is hoped for them to come back to normalcy. So India is standing next to Sri Lanka, supporting. So friend in need is a friend indeed is what they have completed this editorial with. So yeah, that's all. We'll see how Sri Lanka. Let's see if it is able to smartly handle the situation and come out of the crisis in the next 3 years, or we'll see how Mr. Ranil Vikram Singh is going to handle the crisis. Thank you.